You didn't choose this life. You were dropped into it, blind, soft, and surrounded by things you were going to have to kill just to survive the first day. You hatch inside a burrow that doesn't belong to you. The mother bee who built it, stocked it, and sealed it shut has no idea you're in here. She thought she was protecting her eggs. She wasn't. You crawl toward the nearest one and bite into it before you've even had time to figure out what you are. Thick fluid floods your mouth and you drink until there's nothing left but a hollow shell. Then, one of your siblings hatches and crawls toward the same food. For exactly 1 second, you both stop and face each other in the dark. Then you clamp your mandibles around its body and tear through it until it stops moving. You push it aside and go back to feeding like nothing happened. You've been alive for less than an hour. By 3 weeks old, your body has eaten everything in the burrow, and now it's doing something even stranger. It's eating itself. You've spun a cocoon, and inside it, your tissues are dissolving. Your organs breaking down, everything you were built as being scrapped and rebuilt from scratch. 2 weeks later, you tear through the silk and crawl out as something unrecognizable. 6 legs, 2 wings. Eyes so large they cover most of your head. You look like a bee, and that's not an accident. That's the first trick in a very long list of tricks that are going to keep you alive. 1 month old, and you found a fat bumblebee working a cluster of purple blooms. You land 2 stems away and feed like you belong there. The bumblebee sees stripes, sees fuzz, sees something that looks exactly like a bee, and goes back to feeding. You drain 3 flowers before it finishes one. But then it turns and launches at you like a thrown rock. You shoot straight up, cut left, snap right, spiral backward until the bee is spinning in confused circles below you. Then you drop back down on the opposite side and keep drinking while it's still trying to figure out where you went. 6 weeks in, and your body wants something different. You start flying low over bare patches of ground, waiting for a female mason bee to start digging. When you spot one scraping at the dirt, you land on a nearby rock and go completely still. Then she stops and flies off to collect pollen. The second she's gone, you launch, hover above the dark tunnel entrance, and flick a single white egg into it. You don't wait to see where it lands. You just turn and fly away before she comes back. You'll never see that egg hatch. You'll never know if it survives. But if it does, it'll wake up blind and soft and surrounded by things it's going to have to kill. Just like you did. 10 weeks old and something is about to go very wrong. A robber fly drops toward you with its legs spread open like a trap and locks onto your body before you can react. Its proboscis starts moving toward your head and you have maybe 2 seconds. So you fold your wings flat and go completely limp. Dead weight. The robber fly loses balance and both of you tumble through the air together. Just before the ground, you snap your wings open and tear left. It grabs at you and misses. You weave through a tangle of branches too narrow for it to follow and hear it give up seconds later. You land on a leaf and stay still for a long time. Then you look at your back leg. Bent at the wrong angle. Your right wing has a tear along the membrane. You can still fly. But it feels different now, uneven and labored, like something that used to be easy has suddenly become work. 12 weeks old and everything costs more than it used to. Your damaged wing throws off every flight. Your bent leg drags when you land. But there are still eggs that need to be laid, and that instinct is stronger than the damage. You find a fresh burrow, watch a leafcutter bee fly off, and push toward the entrance. But your torn wing catches a strand of spider silk, and suddenly you're hanging in midair. You twist hard, the membrane rips further, you pull harder, and a large section tears completely away. You drop, barely steady yourself, and push forward anyway with one wing now much smaller than the other, tilting sideways with every stroke. You reach the burrow, hover as steadily as your broken body will allow, and release your last egg into the dark below. Then you land on a nearby rock and don't move. You've done everything you were built to do. 13 weeks old and you can't hover anymore. You've been crawling across flower petals just to reach the nectar because your wing can't keep you airborne long enough to feed any other way. You find a small white flower, drink what little nectar is there, then crawl onto a large flat stone to warm yourself in the sun. Then the stone shifts. 2 long front legs snap shut around your body before your wings can even start moving. The stone was never a stone. It's a praying mantis that has been sitting here the entire time, perfectly still, perfectly patient, perfectly colored to match the rock. Your damaged wings cannot pull you free. It lifts you toward its head, its mandibles open wide, and it bites down through your head in one clean motion. Your legs twitch once. Then they stop. Somewhere underground in a burrow you visited weeks ago without ever looking back, one of your eggs quietly splits open. A small blind white larvae crawls out and starts moving immediately toward the bee eggs stored nearby. It has no idea what it is yet. It just knows it's hungry. And there's something right in front of it that it can bite into. The cycle doesn't pause, it doesn't mourn. It just keeps going.